today's Beaufort County News headlines. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. In a little more than 4 months, Beaufort County voters will be asked to approve a nearly $1 billion transportation referendum with promises of improved traffic and road conditions. To repay the debt, County Council has proposed a new 1% sales tax. Two of the council members warned that failure to approve the sales tax measure could lead to higher future property taxes. In a 9-2 vote, the council got clearance to put the question to voters on the November ballot, asking taxpayers to raise $950 million and then repay it over a course of 10 years. Council members Tom Reitz and Paula voted against the motion. The 1-cent sales tax will not go into effect until the current 1% sales tax is sunsetted. According to council members, the proposed tax to repay the borrowed sum will exclude groceries, medicine, and other essential items. Several council members said visitors to the county would shoulder some of the burden of repayment through their local spending. The vote to approve came after a handful of county residents publicly expressed dismay about the manner that the county handled a similar referendum back in 2018. Their concerns were supported by a brief applause by other members of the public in the chamber. Chief among their complaints were the unfinished projects from the last successful transportation tax in 2018. No one from the public spoke in favor of the initiative. As Beaufort City Council met on June 11th, nominations were accepted and votes were taken for the appointment of candidates to open positions on some of the city's boards, commissions, and committees. The Historic District Review Board, a 5-member board, had 2 open positions. The nomination process used by City Council to fill those open seats differed from the nomination processes used for the other entities. The individuals who are nominated for these seats will be chosen by a secret ballot of council, said Mayor Phil Cromer as the nomination process for the Historic Review Board got underway. Cromer added that the applicant pool had previously been interviewed by council in a public meeting. The use of a secret ballot had raised concerns over transparency and questions as to whether the process violated the Freedom of Information Act. A wave of intense heat is surging through the low country this week, spiking feel-like temperatures into the triple digits and leading the National Weather Service to trigger local heat advisories. In Beaufort County, temperatures in the 90s combined with relative humidity were expected to cause the heat index to needle up to 110 degrees Monday, according to the NWS's Charleston office. In the early morning, the service placed the county under a heat advisory lasting between noon and 6 p.m. Blair Holloway, an NWS Charleston meteorologist, said this week is the low country's first real bout of high heat index values. While blazing sun and cooling humidity are expected during the summer months in the south, the dangerous temperatures that pair create shouldn't be ignored. Excessive heat kills more people a year than hurricanes, floods, and tornadoes combined, according to a report by the Scientific American. So make sure you are taking all necessary precautions. Trouble lies beneath the waterline at Beaufort's breathtaking waterfront park between the Beaufort River and Bay Street. The city's downtown hub, the park is visited by nearly 500,000 people a year and a key contributor to the area's annual $140 million tourism economy. Severe deterioration of several of the hundreds of concrete piles that support the floating park and the seawall fronting the river have been identified in a recent inspection by engineers, and silt buildup has become so severe under the structures that even inspections are difficult to check their condition. Whether the support structures can be repaired or need to be entirely replaced are questions now facing the city, along with a hefty cost. The city already says it won't allow any more American Cruise Line tourist ships to dock at the seawall because of the pressure it could place on the seawall and the danger of a catastrophic failure. City Manager Scott Marshall on Thursday said he could not say how much the repairs or replacement will cost, saying it's way too early to even predict that, but there's no question, he added, that it's going to be expensive. That is all the time we have for today, but if any of these stories interested you, please check out any of the sources that you see on your screen. Have a great rest of your Wednesday, Beaufort County.